Howdy partner, my name is Doug Rabadab and welcome back to Human Resource Machine. And here is the solution for size challenge for year 25 to 27. Some of them also fulfill the speed challenge. If you only want to see the solution, you can skip through the video, but I thought it will be super educational and super useful if I can also explain my thought processes when creating this solution and logic. So let's start with year 25. Cumulative countdown. Okay, in this level, the task is that you need to sum the number by itself with all of the number below it. So if the number is 3, it's 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 6. So here is the solution to year 25. So the solution is, first of all, you gotta check if your inbox is 0 or not. If it's 0, then you submit it straight away. You just jump straight away to outbox. But otherwise, we will start the calculation. So the calculation logic is to copy the inbox to number first and then put it into result. And this result we will keep adding up with the numbers while bumping down the numbers by 1 every single time we do that. So that's what we do. We just copy it to result, bump it to 1. If it's 0, then you submit the result because no more addition you need to do. But if it's not 0, you add that number, that bumped down number, into the result. And you keep doing that until you reach 0. The number is 0. After the number is 0, you jump here, you copy from result, and you just put it into outbox and repeat the whole thing again. And that's it. So here it is in action. Just put 4 in the number and result. You bump it down 1, copy it, add it, bump it down again, add it again, bump it down again. And check it until it's 0. When it's become 0, then you reach it, then you copy from there and you just put it into outbox. And that's it. Easy peasy lemon cheesy. Alright. You go, girl. Do that really quick. And voila. It's finished. And the result is you will fulfill the size challenge and the speed challenge and below the requirement. That's awesome. Alright, let's go to the next level. Level 26. Alright, small divide. Now this is a bit hard, a little bit harder than before. But in this level we are given the task to find the number of time a numerator is divided by a divider. The first number is a numerator and the second number is a divider. So for example, if it's 6 divided by 4, then you get only 1. If it's 7 divided by 2, then you get 3 with the remainder of 1. But you don't care about the remainder, you just care about how many times it's being divided up. Here is the solution to year 26. So first of all, to do this, you gotta set up the numbers. Go to the inbox and copy that into numerator. And get another number from inbox and copy that into divider. After that, you copy from 0 and copy it to count. You will need this 0 because this is the only place that you can get 0, so just keep it there. And we will need to, reset the whole thing again every time we finish calculation. Now, the calculation part. The calculation logic is quite simple. You take the numerator and you decrease it by divider. Every time you successfully do that, which means that you're not going to negative, you bump up the count by 1. You bump up the count by 1 if it's not negative. And then you copy the result to the numerator again and you repeat the whole thing again. So just take the numerator, divided by divider. If it's not negative, copy it back to numerator, bump the count by 1, copy the numerator, subtract it again and keep doing that until it's negative. If it's negative, you go to count, you copy that and you submit it because that is the result. That's it. The reason why there is no jump if 0 is because if it's 0, you still need to bump up the count because that's a successful division. Alright, let's see it in action. So you take the 6, you put it into numerator, you take the 4, you put it into divider, and then you put 0 as a count. There we go, voila. And you take the 6, divide it to minus it. Oh, 2, yes, bump it into 1. Now take 2, and then minus 4. Oh, it's negative, so 1 is the answer. Now I think let's see the next example. 7 and 2. So you take 7 minus 2, that's 5, right? 5 is still positive, so you bump it into 1. Now 5 minus 2 is 3. It's still positive, right? You bump the count again. One more time. Take 3 minus 2. It's 1. So it's still positive. You bump it up again. Now 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So it's not successful. You take the result already. And that's it. That's the solution. It's quite easy. Well, it's not easy. It's complex. The result is quite good actually. You fulfill the size challenge and the speed challenge. And let's go to the next year, since year 27 is just a cutscene. Let's jump to year 28. One of the most difficult year I ever found. Actually, well, year 28 is the latest year, so it is the hardest year until now. It is very, very complex. So in this year, you are tasked to take the 3 numbers from inbox, sort it, and then submit it from smallest to largest. I thought this will be easy, but this seriously take me a couple of hours to solve. This is definitely the hardest puzzle I ever find in any game. So here's the solution to year 28. It's quite long. But this actually passed the size challenge. I know, it is quite a long logic. Alright, to start this, first of all, you go to inbox and you just put the number into num1, 2, and 3. After that, you gotta check if num1 is bigger than num2. If num1 is bigger than num2, then you need to swap it. If it's smaller, then you just check num2 with num3. So what happens if you check num2 and num1 is bigger than num2? You gotta swap it. So to do the swap is actually quite easy. You just copy num1, put it into number swap, copy num2, put it into num1, take the number swap and put it into num2, and voila! You actually swap the number around. So one of the hardest thing in here is to do in here is actually to check the number. So the jump is quite important. So if it's 0 and if it's negative, you jump to the other one and you do the check for 2 and 3. But don't forget after you do the number check of 2 and 3, because you might have to swap number 2 and 3. You gotta go to the first one again. You gotta check again for number 1 and 2, whether number 1 is bigger than number 2 or not. And once you've done all of that, you can submit. You just submit. You just copy from number 1, put it into outbox, copy from number 2, put it into outbox, copy from number 3, and put it into outbox. This is basically just swapping. This is exactly the same code as this one, just a little bit different. Num1 replaced with num2, num2 replaced with num3. And this check is also the same. The complex one is the position where you need to position these jumps, because these jumps are very important. But let's see this in action. So first of all, you just take it, you put it, take 5, you put it into 5, you take 2, and you put it into 2. Now you take 2, divide it minus 5, oh it's minus, so it's smaller. 5 minus 7 is smaller, so you go put the result into the outbox. Now that is the easy one. When you take stuff, it's already in order. Now the next example will not be in order, and you can see that this is gonna be a lot more complex. So you put it in, and put it in, and you take 8 minus 5. Oh, it's positive, so 8 is bigger than 5. So currently she's in the process of just swapping the number around, and now she's checking the number 2 and 3. Oh, it's positive, so number 2 is bigger than number 3, so you gotta swap it around. Now what she gonna do now is just check number 1 and number 2 again. Oh, it's positive, so she gonna swap again. But after this, after she swapped this, she put 5, right? 5 minus 8 is minus 3. So she know that all of the check is done. It's already smaller to the biggest number in order. So she just gonna submit that. And voila! That's the solution to year 28! So I must say, this is actually takes me a long time with a lot of debugging, because there's a lot of cases where some of the other logic doesn't work. But hey, size challenge complete. I'm not gonna even try the speed challenge, man. I mean, size challenge is already very, very hard by itself. Speed challenge is just gonna be horrible. But voila! That is the solution so far to year 25, 26, 27, and 28. And with that, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do enjoy, hit that like button. And see you all in the next video. Stay cool. Don't go.